Okay, I wanted to show you some tips on how I do line work for my characters. So this layer, we're just gonna lower the opacity of, it's about 16%. So I always lower it so you can see the lines that you're doing. So now I have a new layer above, and I'm gonna use Disney ink. Of course, you can use any brush that you'd like, but I like Disney ink. I think it's a good, that's one of the brushes that I made. I think it's a really good brush for line work. So let's start with the nose. It's always important to have thicker and thinner lines, and this is something that you'll sort of learn the more that you do line work. You really want to make the nostril area a little thicker. And these big parts that are in front of you, I usually make those the more thick lines. I'll start out small, and then these really defined lines that are sticking out, I'll make a bit thicker. I'm also trying to keep everything nice and smooth. I want all the lines to be nice and smooth. It's very important. And again, it's something that you'll learn in time. Actually, I can probably take a little bit off of this. Oops, let's use a different brush. Use G brush. Since it goes into his ear. And even when I erase some of the lines, I sort of erase it the way that you would cut roses. You sort of erase on an angle, so it ends in a nice point. Again, I'm using an Apple Pencil 2. If you're using an iPad, you really need the Apple Pencil. If you want to use the pressure. So if you're more of an illustrator, or if you have a traditional background, pressure is always going to be key to what you're doing. Oops. I don't tend to don't feel like you always have to close your lines. It's nice to sort of leave them open sometimes and not have everything be so super perfect. You know, that's the main difference between this kind of art and vector style of art. obviously you can do it any sort of way. I could do this in vectors, but what I like about Procreate and illustration type line work is it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be closed. You know, that's what I like about the app. I don't like to have all my lines closed, and you can see I keep going on about it for some reason. Maybe I want those forward. Let's see. And now at this point in time, I always have to go through and I have to check the eyes, because I tend to, you might have seen it in some of my other videos, I tend to sort of not have the eyes level. For some reason, I always make this eye smaller, but I'm aware of it. So let me just test out putting this eye a little higher. Oops. And then I'll squint so I can get a sort of a better complete view. I don't know if I'm the only one that squints, but I do. I don't know if it's because of my vision or it's just, I like to see it as a whole. So, and I find that when I squint, then I can see the whole, I can see the shapes of what I'm doing, which is important. Oops. There we go. I think that's a little better. There we go, I'm pretty happy with that. Just add some little pops of, you know, just to sort of make it a little, give it a little something. Maybe I want to experiment with it'd be nice if I could see the other, one, but I can't really. And last but not least, I'll just use my happy little circle, make some eyes. And I do it on a layer underneath, just because. Do we want them circular or do we want them? This one has to be a little bit. Circular actually looks all right. So we'll try circular for now. Try to erase this on that line. And actually I can probably cheat this eye a little bit, and even go a little bit outside of those lines. So circle's good. Let's see what oval looks like. It's important to experiment and to see what you like best, because sometimes we just sort of settle, we get something that we like, and then we don't want to mess it up. But that's the beauty of digital, is you can just add a new layer and then you can experiment. Freeform. Just finding where it looks the best. This is also a good way to see if your eyes are at a decent, sometimes if you're running into issues where the eyes won't look right, then it might just be the positioning of your eyes. So you might have to bring your eyes up or down, because sometimes that can really affect how it looks. I think this probably looks better. So yeah, I just wanted to show you a little demo of how I do line work and how I work out the lines. But it just takes practice. If you're running into problems, or if you don't have pressure settings, another thing that you can do is you can go in, and I'll use Disney Butter. You can go in here and you can sort of, well, let me just put all this on the, where's the line layer? There we go. You can go in and you can make the edges of your lines sharper. So if you don't have, if for some reason you don't have pressure, or if you just want to make it a little cleaner, you can go in and you can sharpen up these lines. Although I don't really mind them, so I don't usually make it too perfect. But sometimes I do, depending on what I'm trying to achieve. Sometimes I might. And also I added this little bit, so I'll show you what I did here. This is how it was, but I forgot, like if this comes so high up, you would see it here. So I just erased and added in that little piece there. Oh, that looks awfully messy. So I'll just erase it a little bit more, clean it up a little bit. All right, hope that was helpful. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you can come on and chat to me when I'm doing my live videos. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, DrugFreeDave, and DrugFreeDave3D for all my new 3D work. I have about 11 Procreate, digital art, Skillshare classes, and I have one Nomad Sculpt 3D class. I'm really excited about Skillshare. I have a Facebook group, Procreate tutorials and guidance, so maybe I'll see you on Facebook. As always, keep drawing, and I will catch you all in the next video.